There is a very interesting association between COVID-19, alcohol use, or alcohol use with pandemic per se. There is evidence which suggests that during the pandemic or epidemic, alcohol tend to be increased in there is increased consumption. That may be due to the stress caused by the onset of epidemic, or that may be because of economic or social reasons. Currently, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on alcohol use is mixed, and we are still having literature which is coming up with new findings. In this paper, as I've mentioned, we'll discuss about the paper we published and the perspective from 16 countries, as well as the review of association between COVID-19 and alcohol use. So since there is limited time, so I'll be keeping myself brief, and these are the topics we'll be primarily covering, more of the summarizing points. So with respect to alcohol related emergencies, right, the moment lockdown was announced, it was of different severity depending on the countries. There were certain countries which implemented a very harsh lockdown. On the other hand, there were countries where the lockdown was more on liberal side. So for the countries where the lockdown was very harsh, usually what we find in literature is that there was reduction in overall psychiatric and alcohol related emergencies. This was primarily due to the fact that people were unable to access those services, as well as since that would have limited the alcohol availability, hence the alcohol related emergency decreased. However, there was another aspect of closure of alcohol shops or liquor shops, and I can share the experience from India, and there is literature also which suggests that the moment lockdown was announced, within couple of days there were a lot of reports from certain hospitals with respect to withdrawal related emergencies, increased number. The other aspect was that the moment lockdown was taken off, so you had a lot of people who were waiting for the liquor shops to open, running, standing in long queues to get their share of the liquor, and this resulted in people consuming larger quantities. Apart from this, very interesting phenomena were observed, especially in developing countries. Here I can cite the example of Iran or India. You had the diversion of alcohol from the industrial ethanol into the drinking alcohol. So you had lot of cases with methanol toxicity. People were admitted and people lost their lives, or people were blinded because of the methanol consumption. The other aspect was that lot of people engaged in making the alcohol at the local level. Again, this had impurities, and this also had the potential impact of turning into poisonous. Very interesting reactions were also seen that there was misinformation, where people or news reports saying that alcohol can be used as a protective measure against virus. So there were incidences where people in fact used hand sanitizers as a prophylactic strategy, and then ended up getting into troubles and reporting to medicine emergency. The other aspect is how the alcohol use pattern has changed. Unfortunately, there is no clear-cut evidence which suggests that there has been a gradual increase or a decrease, or the persistence of similar patterns. There is mixed evidence. There are studies which suggest that there has been increase. There are studies which suggest that there has been decrease in alcohol use, and it depends on the the place, population, or the group studied. Two important aspects that have been observed by different studies is that there is increase in binge drinking as well as the solitary drinking. Now this gets explained by the fact that due to COVID-19 prophylactic measures, uh, group activities are rarely not allowed, people are confined to their home, and that lead to boredom, loneliness, and it's very likely that that might lead to increasing binges or solitary drinking. In addition, there was this hypothesis which suggested that in case you're going to stop the sale of the alcohol, in case the drugs or alcohol are not going to be available in market, that may prove to be beneficial and help patients or help people quit these substances. While this may be partially true, but we do have evidence which suggests that people who initially stopped taking alcohol because of unavailability, the moment it was available, they relapsed. So it was really not useful. With respect to alcohol use pattern, the variability, it depends on the psychological factors, social factors, biological factors, economic and policy related factors. So you had countries, for example in US, which tends to show that there's been increase in alcohol use. Then there are findings from European countries which tends to suggest that alcohol use decreased. So it depends which part you pick up, which population you are seeing, and so the findings. There have been few factors which have been associated with increased alcohol use disorder. One has been in case there is increased psychological distress due to COVID-19. This may be because of higher anxiety and depression, or people having more free time, misinformation about alcohol, people who were drinking in higher amounts before the pandemic, people who've lost their job, people who've noticed changes in their sleep, who've reduced their physical activity, or there is loneliness or cyberbullying. So these are the factors that have been associated with increased alcohol use post-pandemic. Plus a few words about special population, right? Coming to the adolescents, there are very limited studies. A study from Canada suggests that there was increase in alcohol and cannabis use among adolescents. More concerning fact was that people who were consuming alcohol, they were doing so in groups. That was the violation of social distancing or quarantine practices. So that's something which is very concerning. But we need to have more data with respect to adolescents and drug use. The other group that seems to have been very heavily affected because of pandemic are health professionals. Because of shortage, because of long working hours, and because of excessive stress due to the pandemic, health professionals, there is evidence which suggests that incidence of depression, anxiety have increased in health professionals, and they are also more likely to increase in binge drinking, specifically in males, while females are more likely to have more regular drinking. With respect to alcohol use, COVID-19 and comorbid health problems, during the lockdown phase, increase in mental distress and depressive symptoms was noticed among alcohol users, and there was less utilization of services. Post-lockdown explains that people who were not able to access to these services, they reached out to these services. However, there were new problems that were noticed in people who were using alcohol. This was one, prominent sleep-related difficulties, weight gain, and worsening of diabetes. And as you would notice, these are the factors that eventually lead to a poor outcome of COVID-19 as well. And coming on to the addiction treatment services, again, there are a few studies which have covered this topic in detail, and I would primarily speak about the effect of it, of lockdown on addiction treatment services. So in India, we had one of the severest lockdown, and there was complete closure of psychiatric or addiction related services. So people who were on treatment within couple of days they had nowhere to go, and they could not seek treatment. It was difficult for people, in case they were suffering from withdrawal symptoms, to go reach out to emergency or psychiatry services. Similarly, there was challenges with respect to admission to rehabilitation centers, which were either closed or converted into COVID facilities. Further, those rehabilitation centers also had difficulty with respect to following the COVID-19 precautionary measures. Similarly, in US, there were difficulties in implementation of mitigation measures in recovery homes and making appropriate social adjustment. So just to give you an example, we conducted a multi-centric study from India, and this data is from close to 400 patients. As you would notice, over 3/4 of the patients reported that there was difficulty with respect to treatment access, medication access while during the lockdown phase. So this was the first lockdown that we're talking about, and the time frame was during the month of April-May 2020. So as you can see, the access to treatment services was severely restricted. Another debate that ensued during the COVID-19 lockdown was a debate on alcohol policy. In India, we had a very heated debate whether it should be banned, whether it should not be banned. If I take an example, in India, it was, all the shops were closed, no liquor was allowed to be sold, and that led to a lot of people experiencing withdrawal. And there was this discussion that came from where physicians or certain local bodies requested that doctors should prescribe alcohol, or on the other hand there was suggestions that alcohol should be considered as essential services and should be allowed to be sold openly in the market even during the lockdown. The after effect was that the moment lockdown was initiated in India, we saw long queues in front of alcohol shops to get their own batch of alcohol. Similarly, there were countries, for example European countries or US, where this was considered as essential service and it was available despite the lockdown. Further, increased Google trends for alcohol and related terms in India were noticed. People were searching for benzodiazepines, how to cope with withdrawal symptoms, suggesting that complete closure of liquor shops had an impact on the physical health. Similarly, increased blackout tweets from US were reported, as well as increased alcohol purchases from UK were reported. There are studies from Australia which have looked at the wastewater metabolites to evaluate if the alcohol during a particular period increased or decreased, and it suggests that alcohol intake was decreased in Australia. There were also increased industry-driven social media promotion of alcohol in Australia, and there was also increased online misinformation on protective effects of alcohol. As I cited, there was this misinformation which seems to suggest that alcohol may be effective against the Further, alcohol and risk of COVID-19 infection. Now, there are hypotheses which suggest that due to chronic alcohol use, there is a increased vulnerability due to COVID-19. This may be because people who use alcohol for long period have reduced immunity. Their inflammatory responses are deranged, and there are associated comorbidities which further complicate the course of COVID-19. Studies seems to suggest that people with lifetime substance use disorder, they are at higher risk of COVID-19 compared to people who do not use any substance, and people with opioid use disorder are at greater risk, followed by cocaine use disorder, alcohol use disorder, and then tobacco use disorder. There is also evidence which suggests that alcohol use was associated with increased risk of COVID-19. In countries where there is high per capita income of per capita alcohol consumption per liter, there was increased COVID-19 related mortality. So this is an indirect evidence, but this points out that probably there is a relation between increased intake of COVID-19 and alcohol intake. Similarly, during the phase reopening, there was an increase in alcohol use as well as associated increase in COVID-19 cases. There are register-based studies which suggest that males, owing to greater alcohol consumption, are at higher risk as compared to females. And there is also evidence that people with dual diagnosis, they have a higher risk of progression to severe forms of COVID-19. So in short, we have evidence which seems to suggest that alcohol use might be associated with increased chances of COVID-19 infection as well as poor prognosis. Further, people who use alcohol, there is a risk that they may not adhere to social distancing norm, further increasing their COVID-19 infection risk. There are reports which suggest that in certain countries people sat in groups and they enjoyed alcohol parties. In addition, among young adults, adherence to public health policies, for example social distancing, not sharing their substance, that is likely to be less. And as the pandemic progresses, people may get tired following these prophylactic measures and they may not follow these to the required expectations. Thus, in view of already existing liver damage, drugs another evidence is that people who use alcohol, they have chronic liver diseases, and in case they get infected with COVID-19 and are treated with drugs that may have impact on liver. So that is an interaction which also is very interesting and may complicate their case, thus resulting in a poor prognosis. So in conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in increased alcohol related emergencies and changes in alcohol use pattern. Alcohol use increases the risk of contracting COVID-19 with worse outcomes in those associated with liver diseases. Alcohol policies and sales have varied across countries, and that is why in some studies you find that there is increased consumption, in other studies you find that there is decreased consumption. But it is very clear that alcohol use seems to have added an additional burden on vulnerable population, especially adolescents and health workers. Right, this is the list of the most important references, and thank you very much.